The night was a blur of humidity and shadows, the kind of Louisiana swamp evening where the air hangs heavy with the promise of storm and secrets. Elena had insisted on this romantic walk, her hand in mine feeling more like a chain than a connection. Our marriage had been eroding for months, eroded by my long hours as a security consultant and her increasing immersion in the art world. Tommy, our 5-year-old son, was the only bright spot, his laughter a beacon in the growing darkness between us. We stopped by a murky inlet, the ground soft underfoot. That's when Victor stepped out from the trees, gun in hand. 2 shots to the chest, quick and professional. I collapsed into the mud, the impact stealing my breath, pain radiating like lightning. Darkness took me, but not for long. I came to with the mud embracing me like a grave, half submerged, the water lapping at my ears. My chest burned, but I was breathing. The bulletproof vest, a habit from my old job protecting high-profile clients, had saved me. Bruised ribs, maybe cracked, but alive. I lay still, listening. Elena's voice, not grief-stricken, but anxious. "Are you sure he's dead?" Victor's laugh, low and triumphant. I put 2 in his chest. "No one survives that. Now let's go get his kid. The buyer is waiting." The words landed like a third bullet. Tommy? Selling him. My mind raced, piecing together the puzzle. Elena's business trips with Victor, the gallery owner. Her complaints about our ordinary life. Their plan to eliminate me, sell our son to some black market buyer, and use the money to fund their dreams, her Paris gallery, his art empire. Betrayal clawed at my heart, a mix of rage, sorrow, and disbelief. How could the woman I loved, the mother of my child, do this? The emotional storm raged inside as I lay there, pretending to be dead. Love twisted into hate, paternal instinct surging. I waited until their footsteps faded, then dragged myself up. The swamp fought me, vines tangling, mud pulling. Every step was agony, but I pushed on, guided by moonlight to the ranger station I'd noted earlier. Gus, the grizzled old man who manned it, found me collapsed on his porch. "Lord boy, what happened?" "My wife tried to kill me. They're after my son." Gus didn't call the cops. He saw the fire in my eyes. He bandaged me, gave me food, a place to hide. That night, in his spare room, the transformation began. The old Jack, the trusting husband, died in that swamp. What emerged was a man forged in betrayal's fire, committed to revenge. But not violent revenge that would make me no better than them. No, I'd destroy their future aspirations, disrupt their lives with the precision of a surgeon, using intellect and shadows. The emotions were complex, a tangle of grief for the family lost, anger at the betrayal, and a burgeoning sense of purpose. I mourned Elena, the girl I'd met in art school, her eyes sparkling with passion for paintings. Our wedding, Tommy's birth memories now tainted. But from the pain came strength. I would protect Tommy, then make them pay by dismantling their dreams. First, rescue my son. Gus loaned me his truck. I drove to our house in the pre-dawn gloom. They were inside, packing, oblivious. I slipped in the back, up to Tommy's room. He woke with a yawn. "Daddy?" "She, buddy." "Adventure time." He grinned, trusting. We fled to Gus's cabin, where Mabile, Gus's wife, welcomed him with open arms. Tommy asked for Elena, and the lie "she's busy" tasted bitter. The boy's confusion mirrored my own emotional turmoil, how to explain betrayal to a child. I held him close, vowing to be both parents now. With Tommy safe, I set up in a cheap motel, using cash and aliases. My old security skills came in handy: burner phones, encrypted connections. I hacked Elena's account's password unchanged, a slap of irony. Emails laid it all out. Victor's forgeries. The trafficking ring disguised as adoptions. The buyer a wealthy European seeking an heir. The money would bankroll Elena's gallery in Paris. A life of glamour she craved. Victor dreamed of a network of galleries, laundering money through art. The discovery deepened the emotional layers. I felt pity for Elena's unhappiness, but it fueled my resolve. She had chosen this path, sacrificing our family for aspiration. My transformation continued. I shed the weight of grief, grew a beard, changed my appearance. I became Ethan Gray, a phantom investigator. I started the disruption subtly. Anonymous tips to art authentication firms, questioning Victor's pieces. Rumors spread his mad ace of fake. Investors paused. Then, to Interpol, details on the trafficking, enough to scare the buyer off without immediate arrests. I wanted them to suffer the slow unraveling. Their messages showed the crack. Elena to Victor, the buyer's gone. What if Jack isn't dead? Victor's reply, impossible. But someone knows. Paranoia was my weapon. I posed as a journalist, interviewing Elena's colleagues, planting seeds of doubt. Heard Victor's involved in shady deals. Be careful, the art world buzzed with gossip. Deals fell through. Funding dried up. Elena's Paris dream slipped away as sponsors backed out. Victor's empire cracked, partners demanding audits. The emotional depth of my journey peaked in solitary nights. I journaled, exploring the pain betrayal not just of me, but of Tommy's future. I transformed, finding inner peace in justice's pursuit. Forgiveness? Not for them, but for myself, for not seeing sooner. The climax at the New Orleans Art Gala, their last hope for investors. As Ethan I mingled, then confronted Victor in a side room. Your forgeries are exposed. The cartels you launder for? They're angry, he blanched. Who are you? The man you left in the swamp. Elena entered, freezing. Jack, God no. Yes, you betrayed us. Now your dreams die. I walked out, sending the final tip to the FBI. Raids came. Arrests for fraud and attempted trafficking. They got prison, futures ruined. Tommy and I started anew in a small town, me teaching security, him thriving. Betrayal scarred, but revenge's nonviolent path brought transformation and resolution. We found joy, a satisfying end to the nightmare.